New question, the member from Niagara. The member from Niagara West Glanbrook.
Speaker, question to the Minister of Finance. Minister, families in my area in Stony Creek, Glanbrook and Niagara are still reeling from the devastating news of 2,100 job losses at Stelco, 111 job losses at Court Valve in Beamsville, on top of the 800 John Deere losses happening this year. It was largely from the wallets of working families and seniors like these that you raked in some $27 billion in increased revenue over the past 5 years. Now, as they lose their jobs, they learn that you took all of that money and blew it out the door, leaving no cushion whatsoever for when times got tough, plunging us into the deepest deficit in our province, surpassing even the fiscal ineptitude of Bob Rae. Minister, not only is this an extraordinary failure in leadership, isn't it an extraordinary betrayal of these folks that worked hard, gave you more money, and find now that you have no plan to bring jobs back to our province?
Mr. Speaker, to those people who have lost their jobs in Hamilton and my home community of Windsor, we will continue to work to find solutions to the challenges they face and certainly won't turn our backs on them at this point in time. They join workers in Michigan, Indiana, England, France, Germany, China that are losing jobs hand over fist. I don't think anybody buys for a moment that we are going to be exempt from that reality. Mr. Speaker, in fact, where we saw remarkable growth in taxes over the last few years was in corporate taxes, not personal income taxes, and that was due to rising profits. We invested that in health care and education. We paid down debt. We eliminated the previous government's deficit, Mr. Speaker. That was.
Thank you, Minister. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Let's review, Minister, the McGuinty economic record at the 5-year point. We learned that despite the $27 billion tax windfall, you've plunged our province into the biggest deficit in our history, surpassing even Bob Rae. We have, under Dalton McGuinty, become a have-not province, and we have a have-not premier when it comes to any ideas to get us out of it. And unlike Dalton McGuinty's outdated tax and spend policies that chase jobs from our province, we on this side believe that the best way out of deficit and have-not status is to grow our way out through private sector job creation. Sadly, Minister, with your WSIB tax hike, your energy rate increases and audits, and your goal to close down temp agencies that are trying to place folks in the few remaining jobs that there are, Minister, aren't your job-killing policies actually going to make Ontario's deficit worse in the coming years?
Mr. Speaker, governments around the world are accumulating very, very substantial deficits in the interest of stimulating employment. This crisis is not going to end shortly. There are no quick fixes, Mr. Speaker. And to suggest that we will be exempt from that is, I think most Ontarians, at least I spoke to the head of the union at Chrysler yesterday, both the local as well as the national, as well as one of my neighbours who lost their job yesterday. And I think they understand, Mr. Speaker, that this goes well beyond the kinds of pat hyperbole that the member opposite offers. We will put forward a plan, Mr. Speaker. We will take that to the people, and we will continue to build a better and stronger and more prosperous Ontario for everyone.
The member from Nickel Belt.